the start of day 144. We are just getting out of the hotel. It's like, I don't know, 10:15 or something. The plan is to hike as far as I can. It's supposed to rain, so it's not going to be a very fun day. I got my winter gear back, and wow, I thought my pack was heavy before. Whew, man, it's heavy. So I got my big sleeping bag back, and my winter coat, and my sweatshirt, pair of gloves, a pair of waterproof gloves, my winter hat. Actually, I think that's all. But man, it added a lot of weight. Plus all this food that I have, which honestly I've carried more food than this before, so I know it's the winter gear. So I'm planning for like it's either 9.4 or 9.6 miles, and I think that's all I'm gonna be able to do. And I have a steep hill that I'm about to go up. So yeah, today is gonna be hard, and there's a saying that when you get to this point, you've done, like, I think it's this point, maybe a little farther, you've done 80% of the trail, but only 20% of the work. So these last 400 and whatever miles, 450, a little bit less than 450, these are gonna be tough. These are gonna be very, very tough. So wish me luck. I got my new water filter, so hopefully it'll filter water super quickly now. Well, here's the moment of truth. Oh yeah, that filters so fast. Although, it's kind of bubbly. Yeah, I'm gonna dump that out because I might have had to run water through that since it was the first time. My bad. I didn't think that the trail was gonna get super hard until the base of Mount Usalaki, which is the very beginning of the White Mountains from what I have heard. But oh my gosh, this trail, I mean, I've cried so many times today just because the trail's hard. Not because I don't want to be out here, it's just because it's hard. And this is what I have ahead of me. So, got some wooden steps. Well, these aren't that bad. Easier than climbing up rock. But then, look at these. Ouch. It's got some metal steps. And then up there, some more rocks. I'm like a half a mile from the shelter. And it's gonna be a 9.5 mile day. It is crazy how hard this is. And we haven't even started the White Mountains yet. I finally made it up to the top of Smart Mountain. Oh my gosh, that hill was just insanely hard. This whole day has been hard. I made it 9.4 miles today, and yeah, this is where I'm staying. So I found a good tent spot right next to the fire tower. I'm gonna go over there and look at it. I haven't been up yet, but there's no water up here, so I had to carry a ton of water. which was another reason why it was just really hard. So I had a lot more weight. But so down there is a cabin that I guess the person who manned this tower used to stay at, and now they let AT hikers camp in it. And then down there is a privy. So it's got, you know, most of the amenities. Oh, little chipmunk. Hi, little guy. But I'm gonna head up the fire tower, see the view, and then I brought some fruit to eat for a little snack, and then I'll figure out what I want for dinner tonight. I thought about maybe bringing my dinner up here to cook and eat, but I don't know. I'm not really ready for dinner yet, so if I want to later, I'll just come back up here. Alright, I'm at the top of the fire tower, and it is beautiful. Wow. I love being above the trees like this. Woohoo! Pretty far up here. Look at the mountains though. Oh my gosh. So this spot is kind of cool. You could get 3 or 4 people if you just slept right here. Pretty neat. So up there's the fire tower. It looks like it's closed, but you just have to push that little hatch up. But anyway, I came down just one set of steps, and I wanted to show you the scenery now without the windows in the way. Isn't this amazing? Gosh, I wish you could see it though, not through the screen, because I know everyone says this, but they're right. You know, the camera does not do it justice. I mean, look at, okay, so there's this mountain straight ahead, and there's like a cloud over it. I don't know which mountain that is. If I were to guess, I would guess Mount Washington. 1, because it's huge, and 2, because there's just a cloud that's been hovering over it for a long time. But on screen, I don't even know if you can really see that. You might be able to. But alrighty, well, I had my snack and I enjoyed my time up there, but it's starting to get cold. So I am heading down, and then I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do for dinner, and probably get in my tent and snuggle up in my sleeping bag, because it definitely has gotten colder. Alright, I'm making another attempt at Mexican spaghetti on the trail. It looks pretty gross. But this time I am using ramen noodles, so I didn't have to cook the noodles first. I did not put the seasoning packet in it. And then I had some dried tomatoes and a packet of chicken. And then I warmed up the Velveeta cheese and put it all in this bag, so it'll be an easy cleanup. I am determined to get this recipe really good on trail. I'll let you know how it tastes. I may have to completely give up on the trail side Mexican spaghetti, because it wasn't terrible, but the Velveeta cheese is just, it's like a dog with peanut butter. It just like is so thick, and yeah, without, like, when I make Mexican spaghetti at home, I usually use cream of chicken and milk, and so it, you know, thins it out. But out here, I don't have that. And so I've tried it like 3, maybe 4 times. I think 3 times. And I feel like it's gonna get better every time, and it does actually, but it's still not the best. So Yeah, it wasn't the greatest dinner, but it's okay, you know, try it. But what is good is these Galactic Crunch freeze-dried cheesecake bites. So my co-worker Sherry got me these as a going away gift, and I was kind of hesitant about them because I didn't think they'd be very good, but they actually are really good. I mean, the consistency, you know, the texture obviously is not like cheesecake, but the taste, I mean, exactly. Well, because it literally is cheesecake that's just freeze-dried. But yeah, it was really good. So I am in my tent now, and actually I can hear it sprinkling. So that was like perfect timing. I had thought about going up to watch the sunset on the fire tower, or in the fire tower, and I might do that, but it'll be a little bit before the sun sets. So, but if it's raining hard, I'm probably not gonna go watch it. So I may be in my tent for the rest of the night. So I'll go ahead and do the end of the day recap. What is today? August 17th, day 144. So the end of day 144, I hiked 9.4 miles. And I know I've said it before, today was very hard. I cried a lot, actually. And just because it was so hard, and I just kept thinking, I mean, I'm not even in the whites, and the whites are supposed to be like the hardest part of the trail, to my knowledge. And if today is hard, I mean, what are the whites going to be like? And so, I don't know, it just was so hard, with the increased weight in my pack, and just, I mean, the good thing is it wasn't hot today, so it could have been worse. But my mom told me, she's like, don't let the tough terrain and the low mileage discourage you. You have 418 miles left, and those miles are going to fly by before you know it. And she's right. In the moment, it's not going to feel like that. It's going to feel like, oh my gosh, I still have such a long way to go. But when I look back, it's going to feel like, I mean, like I snapped my fingers probably. So I'm just going to enjoy it, and it's going to be hard, but I'm going to try to, to not get discouraged by the low number of miles, which I knew that my miles were going to slow down. I just didn't think they would slow down until I got to the whites, which is Mount Musalaki, and that will be not tomorrow but the next day. So I was a little discouraged that I was so slow today and that it was so hard today, because I just wasn't anticipating that until 2 days from now. But that's okay. I'm hoping to get some good sleep tonight, and the plan is to hike 15 miles tomorrow. Hopefully the terrain won't be terrible, but also I didn't start hiking until like 11:30, maybe 11:45 today. So tomorrow, if I get up, at the normal 6:30, 7, I'll start hiking by 8 o'clock, and so I'll have more time out here to hike more miles. And then I've already, I've eaten a dinner and lunch today, and then I'll eat breakfast tomorrow, so that'll be a whole day's worth of food out of my pack. So, and then hopefully there won't be a lot of water carrying, but I don't know, I'll have to look at the map. But anyway, that is it for today. I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night. So I walked back up the fire tower, and I wanted to watch the sunset, but I think it's a little too foggy. Oh, that is so cool though. Whoa, windy. Watching the fog move out of the way, and you can see the mountain. Well, you have to squint and look at the mountain through the fog, but gosh, it's so cool. Seeing the fog above the trees. Ooh, it's chilly up here.